So you think you know DISC as a personality model. Well, guess what? You got to think again. Because here's what I found that most people have, even though they've been exposed to DISC as a methodology. Most of them have a little bit of knowledge about it, but it's almost like languages. Imagine that the whole world would have people speaking 1 out of 4 languages only. For example, English, like we do here in Australia. The other one would be Chinese, the other would be Hindi, and then there might be French, just as a comparison. That means that every single person out there will speak one of those 4 languages. And so if we, for example, as Australians, go to India or China or France, we keep talking English because that's what we all got trained to do, treat people the way that you personally want to be treated, even though these people speak a complete other language. French and English are not the same. Neither are English and Hindi or English and Chinese. And even though you might say, hang on, Bram, I've learned a couple of words. I can say hello, I can say goodbye, I can say thank you, I can say my name is, and cheers when you go out for a drink. Is that speaking a language though? 5 words, 6 words, 7 words, it's not speaking a language. You have a basic concept of what that language might sound like and look like on paper. But guess what? Speaking it, picking up on subtle gems, adjusting your style accordingly, and therefore see that it puts better results on the scoreboard. Whether you are a leader in customer service, work with a team, have potentially challenging and difficult people to deal with, or hard conversations to have. Let's face it, your confidence largely goes back to your capability of speaking the language really well, knowing exactly what you do and not having to think about it much. That, like a language, takes time and constant practice. And if you've ever been exposed to a half-day, full-day workshop, it's not the same. You won't learn how to speak French overnight. You won't learn to write and speak Chinese and be able to proficiently do business with it in one day. You won't have done it after reading a book. You have to practice, rehearse, and drill. And that takes time, effort, discipline, and guidance. And this is where I come in. Communication mastery, for my clients, it has been tremendously successful. That's why people call it transformational, groundbreaking, unorthodox, refreshing, insightful, transformative, game-changing. It's also the reason why people have come back 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, all the way up to 7 times already. Would people take time out of their busy schedules as business leaders, entrepreneurs, busy professionals, and the likes, if it wouldn't get value? Of course they wouldn't. The point of it is, the one day is a starting point. That's just being transparent about it. It gives you an intensive masterclass on how to understand people in your head and appreciate in your heart why there's sometimes differences between you and them. And it gives you the playbook with all the tools required to apply it. Learn how to adapt, because there's 4 languages, just like the analogy that I shared with you. And most of us, we're not trained to speak all 4 of them. So if you think right now that you're really good at English, great. There's still these other languages for you to learn. DISC is no doubt an awesome tool, but you gotta put it to work. It's like a mobile phone. If you use your mobile phone just for emails, Facebook, a few selfies, and some phone calls, you're basically only using 5% of what this pocket super machine can do for you, leaving 95% of its capability untapped. So, my friends, as you're watching this, great job. I encourage you to take bold action and make an investment in yourself, your relationships, and your future results. Why? Because results matter. If you feel more confident knowing that you have the tools to weather any difficult conversation, or assert yourself without being aggressive and receive an outcome that previously you weren't getting, that is worth coming up to Communication Mastery. I'm hosting it for the last time, one in Adelaide, one in Melbourne, end of October. And I would love for you to be there because we are dramatically changing the format next year. We're only doing 2 more masterclasses for 2025. And it would be great for you to come along, get the immersive experience of Communication Mastery 2.0 and see how this is going to completely change your perspective, your way of being, and reap the rewards. I always talk about what you can do afterwards because the one day is just like putting your toe in the water. You're getting the understanding and you start changing your perspective on things that will help you get better. But then you need the ongoing coaching and training and practice and rehearse and drill. And that's what we do at this stage in Silver Membership. I hope you got some value. Let me know if you did below this video. Otherwise, check out the link to our Communication Mastery class, which is in Adelaide the 27th of October and in Melbourne the 30th of October. Would love to see you there because I know that it's transformational. We have hundreds and hundreds and probably even over 1,000 people now that attested to it. And on the website, you can see also the results. Have a great day. Look forward to seeing you again soon. And thanks for tuning in.